say you're sorry.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nak Amira Azrin binti Muhammad Amran. My matric number is 2023301447 and I'm from EDU550 In this video, I would like to share about a movie I have watched titled The Ron Clark Story, which is related to the lesson I have learned in the subject EDU550. This video includes the summary of the movie issues and solutions I have analysed from the movie. I also am going to relate the movie with the theories I have learned in the class. Okay, let's move to the summary of the movie. The story movie is based on a real life story about a remarkable teacher named Ron Clark. He lived his stable life teaching in his small hometown to teach in New York City public school, as he is drawn to unruly class of 6th graders, thinking he could change and improve the students' behaviors and grades. However, he faced a lot of troubles and he expected to endure with his students as the children have bigger problems than not knowing grammar or basic knowledge in class. Their problems are a lot worse than that. Mr. Clark's students also have difficulty, family life, and some had unfortunate life backgrounds which greatly interfere with their studies and cause their perceived misbehavior. The students also had done everything they could do to make Mr. Clark live like all the former teachers did. They even gamble and bet on when Mr. Clark would quit. He used a lot of creative methods and approaches to attract his students to learn even when he is aware the students do not like him. However, Mr. Clark's determination to bring positive changes in his students' life and the students slowly opened their eyes and see his efforts, and they started to believe in their academic abilities and dare to dream big alongside overcoming their behavioral issues. At the end of the movie, his students prove that they are capable of reaching their utmost potential targets as they managed to get the highest score, surpassing the honor class in the state exam. Okay, let's move to the scene 1.
We have to talk about you turning in your homework.
I told you. The fire alarm keeps going off in my building.
3 times this week?
I get busy. Forget.
Last night I just didn't do a good enough job.
Would you like to show me your homework? I'm sure I can help you with it. This is really close. We can fix this.
Yeah? For reals?
Sure, we can work on it right now. There's a few spelling mistakes, and just arrange some of the paragraphs different. Yeah.
He's been cranky and fussy all day. I think maybe he's got a fever.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Benton. Mr. Clark, I can't work on my paper right now. I gotta go make dinner.
I'll do it.
You do what?
I'll make dinner, and you work on your paper.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
Start with the 3rd paragraph. Hi. Okay.
In Ron Clark's story, one prominent issue highlight is the impact of the household environment on students' education. The movie provides clear examples of families not supporting their children's academic pursuits, as seen in the character of Shamika. As the elder siblings, Shamika bears the responsibility of taking care of her younger brothers and sisters, which significantly limits her time and ability to focus on her studies. Her home environment fraught with challenges and lack of support, and forced her to prioritize family obligations over her education. This results in her neglecting schoolwork and falling behind academically. This film underscores how such household dynamic can adversely affect a child's education journey, emphasizing the need for a supporting home environment to foster academic success. through the Shamika story. The Ron Clark story poignantly illustrate the broader issues of how family responsibilities and lack of parental support can hinder a child's ability to succeed in school, ultimately calling for greater awareness and intervention to support these students. Based on the first issue, the solution is the children need understanding and support, particularly regarding their education and moral development. According to Nathan McLacey, an educational blogger who revised Diana Baumrinn's parenting ties theory, there are 4 essential dimensions of parenting. The first one is disciplinary strategies, warmth and nurturance, communication styles, and the last one is expectation of maturity and control. These aspects are crucial for shaping children's personality and characteristics into becoming good students. If implemented in the movie, this dimension could have significantly impact in Shamika's life. For instance, if Shamika's mother had supported her dreams and provide a nurturing environment, Shamika might have had the opportunity to focus more on her education. A supportive household would have included proper disciplinary strategies to balance her responsibilities, warm to encourage her ambitions, and open to communication to understand her struggles, her realistic expectations, and to guide her maturity and self-control. This holistic support system would have allowed Shamika to have thrived academically and personally, showcasing the profound influence of a nurturing and supportive home environment on a child's success. Next, let's move to the scene 2.
In bed. These kids are at the bottom of the barrel.
Don't talk about them like that.
Now, all I'm asking is for your students to pass.
Oh, every one of my students will pass.
Good. They can become somebody else's problems.
The problem isn't the kids. It's not even what they can achieve. The problem is what you expect them to achieve. You are setting the bar here. Why? Set it up here. They can make it.
This community judges us by scores. Government funding judges us by scores. People who give me scores, they get my respect.
Okay, good. In May, they'll all test at grade level.
In the second issue from this movie, we could see that their students are affected and influenced by the social perspective surrounding them, particularly among their friends and even from adults that hold responsibility upon them. In depth of the issue, we could see that Principal Turner said to the Mr. Clark that the children from the worst class would not change for the better good. This scene can distract the students' intention in wanting to learn and get educated. This negative attitude can significantly impact students' motivation and desire to learn. When authority figures such as teachers and principals harbor low expectations and convey them to the students, it can lead to a self-fulfilling prophecy where students internalize this belief and give up on striving for academic success. This scene highlights how critical it is for educators and school leaders to maintain a positive and encouraging outlook, as their perceptions and attitudes can either hinder or boost a student's educational journey. Moving forward, the solution to the second issue is to provide an environment that promotes humanistic growth, as emphasized by Bronfenbrenner's biological system theory. This theory underscores the significance of healthy connections in limiting the potential harm generated by a harsh and unproductive setting. Wafa El-Zatari, in her article on the development and the sense of belonging in schools, replaced this idea by highlighting the importance of fostering a supportive and respectful school environment. Implementing this theory in the Ron Clark story will involve Principal Turner believing in the students and recognizing that they can perform better if given the opportunity, understanding, and respect. Instead of dismissing the potential of change in the worst class, Principal Turner could adopt a more positive and supportive approach similar to the Mr. class by creating an atmosphere where students feel valued and understood, and by setting high expectations, educators can help students develop a strong sense of belonging, a self-worth. This supportive environment will enable students to overcome negative influence and realize their full potential, and also demonstrated that with the right encouragement and belief in their abilities and the most challenges, student can succeed. And the last one is scene 3.
Last year, this class went through 6 different teachers before Christmas.
Yes, nobody wants them and I do, so what's the problem?
Test scores are very important to me. It's how I keep my job.
Go to hell!
And lastly, the teaching methods have also been the issue of learning by students in the movie. In the beginning of the movie, Mr. Turner had informed Mr. Clark about the worst classroom, which had 6 teachers that end the teaching before Christmas because of the students were unbearable. Following the movie, Mr. Clark also had troubles in teaching them annually and gave up, but realized that his teaching method was not proficiency the students. So for the last solution, for the third issue, the teaching methods must be created in an effective and positive way. Zafir Una, a scholar from USF St. Petersburg, stated that the ongoing alteration in teachers' classroom belief over time suggests there is a gap between education students' belief about classroom management throughout their studies and the time they begin to get real world experience in schools. These changes can be seen as Mr. Clark method teach was not effective for low proficiency students and had to change it, which matches the students' understanding and interest level. In the end, he managed to create a creative teaching method, applicable rules followed by the classroom, and his students finally become cooperative towards him. So I think that's all from me, but before I end my presentation, I would like to conclude that the film support Vygotsky theory by emphasizing the importance of social contact in cognitive growth. It emphasizes the significance of comprehensive help for inferior household issue. So overall, the movie passes the complexities of educational issues as well as the significance of customized support, social awareness, and innovative teaching tactics. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending your time with me. Bye-bye.